Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganala Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I extend a warm welcome to all of you for on behalf of ISKCON of Silicon Valley to join this Sunday evening program. As most of you may be knowing that every Sunday evening 3:30 we start this program where we discuss about Krishna Katha, and then there is a kirtan, there is prasadam. Today is the auspicious Ekadashi in the month of Karthik, and Karthik is especially known for hearing about more spiritual, activities, doing spiritual activities, and hearing more about spiritual topics. And just like in a year, the different months, like you have rainy season, summer vacations, and December, like that. And different time evokes a different emotion in us. It's a summer vacation, we try to go out and camp around, things like that, right? So in our Vedic calendar, Karthik is the month that is with special significance of doing spiritual activities. It inspires the time and space there, basically inspire us to do more spiritual activity with more intensity, and keep aside other things and give a priority to spiritual activities this month. And the benefits, according to Shastra, is lot of hundreds of times. Like if you, doesn't mean that we chant one round and 100 rounds is done. Of course, it's like that. If you, whatever you do, it multiplies hundreds of times. Benefits are 100 times. That's it. Radha Madan Mohan Ji ki jai. So with that, we have to. I want to say that I would like to discuss about the Damodara Leela of Krishna in the month of Karthik. Krishna performed many pastimes in the month of Karthik, and this is one. The other is the Govardhan Leela also, which is coming. That event is coming, future, somebody will share it. And you may be thinking, well, I have heard Damodar pastime so many times. So it's kind of ticked, double ticked. And blue color, read it. Read it, heard it, and things like that. Why to hear it again and again? It's basically, of course, in the material world, once you, even if it's a very good movie, if you watch it once, you don't feel like watching it again, right? So, in a similar thing, we may try to consider the pastimes of Krishna in a similar scale. Because I've heard it once, so done. I don't want to hear it again. It's not like that. Because how will I present it? Just like chandan, if you grind it, the more you grind, the finer it becomes, and the more fragrance comes out, right? Or I will give you an example of that. In Bengali, they say the bata have chandan, that they grind the spices, right? Earlier they used to grind with water and like that with stone. It takes time. Like right now, have this grinders machine, zoom and things. But they actually would do with a mortar and a pestle. And the more you grind, then the randhan or the cooking becomes very fragrant and nice. I'd say experience every time. Because I had tested something good some time back, doesn't mean I don't want to test it again, right? Food, when it comes to food, we don't mind repeating the performance, right? And that was a good pizza or something I had. Today, I don't need to have it. Would we say like that? We don't say like that. We say, okay, if it is a good pizza, but then we expect the quality has to be same or superior. That's there. And that's the natural expectations. So, when we hear Krishna Katha, at first we don't understand anything. It's just here. Okay. Then you hear again. Then you hear again. Then at some point we appreciate many finer aspect details of that pastimes. We appreciate that finer details. And when we appreciate finer details, that's where we develop the taste. And when that taste comes, the more we hear, the better it gets. It's like the chandan. The more we hear, the better it gets. So there is no ending to it. Therefore, you see, the pure devotees, they said, Kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanticha ramanticha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that the pure devotees, they discuss about my topics. And who are these pure devotees? Bodhayantam parasparam. What are the first two lines? Matchita madgata prana bodhayanta paramparam. Kathantas mam nityam tushyanticha ramanticha. So these Buddhas or the pure devotees or the great devotees who have already achieved perfection, right? Like we are hearing to achieve perfection. We're hearing to understand who we are, who's God, what is the relationship, and all those things we're doing in the process. But people who have already perfected, they take pleasure in hearing about Krishna more. Katha mam nityam. Nityam means every day the pastimes goes on. The same Ramayana, same Krishna Katha, there is, when we hear, there is a kind of insatiation. There is no satiation. I want to hear more. I want to know more. Okay, how Mother Sita was stolen, for example, kidnapped. And what Lord Ram went through. We may be knowing it, but we want to hear it again. How he searched for her. How he went forest to forest. How he made friendship with the monkeys, Sugriva, Hanuman. We want to hear it. We want to know more about it. So you will see that even Bhagavatam is a conversation between Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. Many of the things he may be knowing already, Parikshit Maharaj, right? He was a king. He had in his court, he must be having many sages and saintly people visiting. He must have heard many things, but he would ask Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami, why is it like this? Why is it like that? Can you tell me more? So the advanced devotees, they want to discuss and hear and they churn the same pastime again and again and again. So, although we have heard this pastime many times, let us try to again reflect on this pastime and understand it. It is said that I was hearing Chaitanya Charan Prabhu some time back, and he was saying that Krishna is all merciful. He is benevolent. He is well-wisher of everybody, right? Like Prabhupada also writes in his letters, your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. So Krishna is well-wisher. He loves everybody unconditionally. Whether we're qualified or not qualified doesn't matter. Whether we're chanting 16 rounds or 32 rounds or 64 rounds or 1 round, 2 rounds or no rounds. His love is not conditional basically. It is unconditional. And when we hear that, it is our responsibility to reciprocate with that love. That, okay, I want to chant 64 or 190 rounds, whatever it is. We should be touched by that love. But unless we are touched by that love, we don't seem to get attracted to Krishna, right? But why some people get excited, some people get, very happy and, connected and start chanting and start doing all kind of services, dedicating their life, energy, dedicating their resources for the service and expansion of Krishna consciousness, because they got some kind of, they feel the mercy of the Lord. And coming back, when child is very small, a baby, when the child shivers in the cold, like in sometimes winter, and the child shivers, then mother puts a very lovingly a warm blanket. The child feels comfortable. But child never knows that I have a mother who takes care of me, who put the blanket. No idea. No idea. When the child grows up, say 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, now he's conscious. So the blanket comes in the night. She feels, or she or he feels, okay, my mother's love is on me now, right? The connection comes. When the connection comes, the relationship comes. But as the child grows from ignorance to childhood, the child can connect. Similarly, when we grow in our Krishna consciousness, when we actually able to see Krishna's blessings, His love, His protection in our life, that's where we want to contribute. We want to reciprocate, right? But it's always, but doesn't matter who we are. Krishna's love is there. The mother is not thinking the child is an ignorant child, I should not put the blanket. Now child is connecting, so I should put the blanket. Not like that. She puts it. And similarly, if we don't grow, the love is still there. But if we grow, we'll be able to connect. That's the point. So Krishna's love is unconditional, always there. But depending on where I am, my situation, I can connect or disconnect, stay disconnected. Right? So therefore, it is said that if we repeatedly hear something again and again and again, then sometimes it will click to me and I'll understand. Like when I was a child, I was not so good in mathematics. I can admit now. That time it was difficult to admit, but now I can admit. I was not so good. My teacher said, "You are such a foolish person, foolish kid. You will never pass 10th standard. You will grow up, you will get married, you will have a child, and you come with him." He was really intense. Still, you will fail. I took it very seriously. Then I went back. I was in maybe 8th standard. Then I went back to. Look at the books. I couldn't understand anything. What is this? Then I understood. Probably I didn't do my 7th standard maths school properly. So I went back to 7th. Still I couldn't understand. Then I went back to 6th standard. Literally, I'm telling the truth. Something started, coming to my head. I said, "Oh wow, this is how it is." Then I grew. Then that semester, not semester, it's a half-yearly exam. I crossed like 40 marks above. I got 42. It was like a big deal for me. So I got 42. Then I can do something. Then my love for maths grew. In 10th standard, I became the second topper in the class when I passed out. By 2 marks, I missed fast. Krishna is very merciful. He kept me humble still. But I know. And the thing is, the acquaintance, the interest, the involvement, that makes things come out. And all of you must have experienced in different ways. So, therefore, when we hear about Krishna again and again, and Shastra also explains that repeated hearing purifies us and makes our connection strong with Krishna. Because I'm about to speak about the Damodara Lila, I thought I'll just create this little bit of introduction so that even if I had not very appealing class, still you should stay awake and get connected and try to take advantage of the situation, to the pastime. Krishna is different from Lord Rama and other incarnations. Lord Narasimha came on just on action, on mission, and finishes. And he pours his love for Prahlad, and gives all the blessings, then he disappears. That is Narasimha. Very quick. Vamanadeva comes also with a purpose. That's very sweet. He comes as a small baby and he goes to the court of Bali Maharaj and begs as a Brahmin. As a Brahmin, they beg, right? And it is an honor to reciprocate with that begging and giving something in charity. It's an honor actually. Lord Ram came, he has appeared, then he does all these pastimes to kill Ravana and all these things. Recently, somebody was sharing, I have my devotee friend circle, they sometimes post some jokes. It was like this, about different pastimes. Lord Ram pastime, that, I don't know why am I saying this, but just to keep your attention. That King Dasarath Maharaj, he listened to Kaikeyi. Although it was very painful, it led to Lord Ram going to forest and all those things happening, but he listened. In one sense he was not listening, but actually he listened. He agreed to that. And although going after the deer, that golden deer, which they knew it was a wrong kind of deer, it is not a normal one, something is wrong. So Lord Ram agreed to Mother Sita, although it meant to raise a war against Lanka, build a bridge over the ocean and defeat demon like Ravan. It meant like that. Still, he listened to her. Then the Kathakar says, but Ravana, he did not listen to Mandodari. Right? Ravana, because Mandodari was saying, you suddenly give Sita back and all those things he was saying, he never listened to him. So what happened to Ravana? He was killed. So, therefore it is better to listen to the wife. That's the point. No matter it may lead to some kind of building a bridge over the ocean or whatever it is. Anyway, but the whole pastime of Lord Ram, it was built in such a way that it excites us, and it's a whole like the war is there, love is there, things like that. But Krishna's pastimes, there is no defeat for Krishna anywhere. You see, from childhood, if you went to Mathura, his Vrindavan is different. When it went to Mathura, that same Dhobi who actually blamed Lord Ram, he came. So Krishna just one slap, okay, finished him, right? He didn't wait for any argument or conclusion. You have already done your thing. Now it's time to take it, right? Or like Ravana kidnapped Mother Sita. He never actually touched Sita. There is a whole pastime in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains very nicely. But he kidnapped. But when Krishna came, Shishupala was supposed to marry Rukmini, but Krishna kidnapped. So Krishna is doing everything in a different way, than what he was. But his childhood pastimes are very special because his other pastime, like Lord Ram suffering, sometimes we connect with our suffering and we feel, oh, nice pastimes, right? But Krishna, there is no such thing like that. He was doing everything. He was straightening up everything. Okay. So we may not be able to connect to that Krishna the way we connect to the Lord Rama. So therefore, he performs his childhood pastime very special. Because please, this is the premise, who I am actually, what is my family, who they are, the gopas, the gopis, the cows, the calves, the trees, the dust of Vrindavan, everything is special. Everything he has made it so special that when he steps out and does other thing, we should always go back to see who actually Krishna is, how sweet he is, how merciful he is. And in this pastime he also exhibited mercy to Nalakuvara and Manigriva, that twin trees. So who is this personality? So that childhood pastimes are very, very special, very, very sweet. And if you see in the Bhagavatam also, it goes along many chapters. Whereas if you study Lord Ram pastimes, childhood pastimes are very few compared to Krishna's. So here Lord Krishna is exhibiting, there are different perspective to this pastime. That how, one perspective is how the devotees can actually control Krishna, control God. So we may be seeing Krishna, killing the Dhobi or, killing Kamsa or straightening the when at Hastinapur or Kurukshetra, he performed all these political things so that Pandavas win the war. He makes sure everything is in place. But in Vrindavan, he's different. Right? Actually, I forgot the point. So while in Vrindavan, he's exhibiting this pastime. That he comes under the subjugation of devotees. That is the point I was trying to say. That he's controlled by devotees. Outside, he's controlling everything. Outside Vrindavan, he's controlling. Whether Shishupal, Dantabakra, or Kamsa, or anybody, Duryodhan, anybody, they're under his, he knows how to take care of those, personalities. Is very clear. But in Vrindavan, he is confused, he is fearful, he is under protection, and he is under subjugation of devotees. And the main personality here we see in this pastime is Mother Yashoda. She is the, she is the main character who is going to control Krishna completely. To the point that Krishna actually cries. And if we sing that song, Namameshwaram, we'll be singing after this also. There is a term that calls Satanka Netram. Right? That verse, can anybody say how it begins? Rudantam Hurnetram, Yugman Brajantam, Karam Bheja Yugabena, Satanka Netram. Karam Bhoja means is doing like this, his eyes, and And in the eyes, there is atanka. Have you heard about atankvadi in Hindi? Terrorists. So, Yashoda Mai appeared to Krishna like terrorist. Something like that. He was so scared. He was so scared. So means total atank. There is no future. So that is Krishna. It's complete subjugation under the devotees. Complete. So that he demonstrates here. And the acharyas, they explain that others, they try to approach Krishna through different philosophical methods, like, yajna, dana, tapa, tapasya, yoga. Different processes are there, like Ashtanga Yoga, for example. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, that ends in samadhi. Samadhi. So, they try to approach Krishna. Krishna is Yogeshwar, according to them. He is the Ishwar of all yogis, right? Yogeshwar, or the best of the yogis. And they worship him because they want to become like him. Many of them do that. But actually, in our philosophy, it's very clear. God is here and we are somewhere. Somewhere not visible. And that's how it is, we are servants. Like, see, something that we are, it will naturally manifest, right? We may be doing so many things. You may be also, many of you may be in big position, bosses in your offices. So like you have people working under you, team working under you, maybe like that. But what makes you really happy when you come and clean the pots in the kitchen or swipe the floor, serving. Not just temple, anywhere. Serving. When we serve, we actually get a real satisfaction, happiness in the heart, right? It naturally manifests. So, our eternal nature is actually to serve Krishna. Okay, service is our nature. And when the service reaches Krishna, it is complete. Just like the rivers are flowing, but when they touch ocean, then it is complete. So we may be trying to serve so many different capacities, so many different things, places, or purposes. But when the purpose meet with purpose of Krishna and Krishna is satisfied, then that service actually is become complete. It totally satisfies us. Why is that? Because Krishna, like somebody was asking me yesterday, that how the question was like, how to have a relationship proper, for example. So Rupa Goswami says in Upadashamartha, dadati pratigranati goyam akhyati prachyati bhunkte bhojate chaiva sadhaviri priti lakshanam. That relationship based on love. And relationship is complete when there is dadati pratigranati. Suppose I offer a gift and you don't accept. Then relationship is not there. The person accepting is also doing a favor to us, right? By accepting. It's a favor. And you feel happy. Like the cooks, the mothers who are cooking also. I have been cooking, so I know. If I cook something, if people don't eat, devotees don't eat, I'm not happy. But when they eat, they say, it is nice. And they eat second serve, third serve, till here. then I say, that is a nice service. I feel happy. So Krishna has the ability to reciprocate with our love. Like how much I can eat till here. I can till it here, I'll die, right? So that's my limit, right? Till the throat. Because upar jayega to choking ho jayega, right? But Krishna can eat. Millions of people can offer, he can accept. He has the ability to accept. Because he has the ability to accept, therefore we can offer to Krishna unlimitedly. So our desire to serve unlimitedly can be only fulfilled by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Right? So therefore, it is explained that we should try to serve or make a relationship with Krishna by offering our services. And that's where we'll be completely happy. And in Braj, in Vrindavan, all the devotees, their only concern is to how to make Krishna happy. Although he was stealing butter, and they would complain, but they will again make butter so that Krishna can come and steal. So that their desire is to actually make Krishna happy. If he wants to steal, let him steal. Somebody was, today morning, somebody was serving in the kitchen, then there was this fruit prasadam, she was writing her name on the top. I said, it's very important, right? Because in Hare Krishna temple, stealing prasadam is legal. Because ever since Krishna stole butter, from that day, the tradition is you can steal prasad. Other things is not legal, but prasadam stealing is okay. But don't do that, because somebody may go hungry. Yeah, anyway. So that's how Krishna is trying to take all the services from all of us. So Mother Yashoda, she was one early morning in the winter, she was churning butter for Krishna. And she was singing Krishna's glories. I don't have kids, but my sister, she has kids. So when her daughter was very small, I was quite young then also, so she would tell her stories to put her to rest, and in the story, whatever story she would make out, she would make her daughter as the main character. Okay, you are going here, and she is going there, and she did this, and that person came, something like that. Story would still make built around. Because I understood that kids want to be part of the adventure. They want to be right there in the story, in the middle of the story. Similarly, we put Krishna Balaram to rest in the night, and we read from Krishna book. So when I read from Krishna book, because in our temple, Radha Gopinath temple in Chowpatty, we do that service. When we put Krishna to rest, we read from Krishna book, hearing his own pastimes. He did this, he did that, he killed Putna or that Aghasur and all those things. Krishna listens, Krishna Balaram, they listen and they go to sleep. Because they want to be part of the story, right? Why I tell this? Because Yashoda Mai, she was always singing Krishna's different pastimes. She would put it in different poetic form and she would keep reciting, singing it. Because that would always keep her connected to Krishna. And when we, whatever story for the devotees kids we make, if you put this, the kid in the story along with Krishna, okay, then that will make them connect to Krishna very nicely also. That's why I wanted to say that's past, whatever. So here, but Yashoda Mai, she was singing constantly about Krishna's glory because she had full of affection for Krishna as a mother. And she was prospering. She was thinking Krishna is going to different places, stealing butter. Maybe our butter quality is not good. Maybe the maid servants was assisting Yashoda Mai. Maybe they're not doing the job properly. So she would feed the cows special grass. That grass would bring a very nice flavor into the milk. I went to the Smart and Final shop to buy some yogurt, plain yogurt, but there was like vanilla flavored and all different flavor. I said, what is the plain yogurt? Difficult to find. But Yashoda, she would feed special grass to cow so that the milk itself is flavored nicely. We had cows at our home. Sometimes our cows would go to the marketplaces and sometimes they would eat the onion, onion chilka. Sometimes they would eat when I was a kid. And the day they would eat that onion thing, the milk would smell so bad, you can't drink, literally. If they eat very nice grass, the milk is very nice. So Yashoda Mai was giving very special grass to the cows so that Krishna gets the best butter. There is a story that they would feed special grass to some cows, then take the milk from them, and that milk would be fed to the another cow, like process, and then finally the ashwagandha or something like that. That milk would be smell like that, very fragrant. Nowadays, those pasteurized milk, they all taste same. But fresh grass milk, fresh cow is very nice. Anyway, so she was churning this milk and making butter. Then Krishna, it has to be done early morning, by the way. Those who do this hand churning, in the daytime when it is very hot, and in India, of course, the sun rises and it hits up. Even in winter, it is hot. So the butter will not come out because it requires certain cold temperature for the butter to come out of the. So those days there was no ice, so it has to be very early morning, 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. like that. So she was churning the butter. Then Krishna gets up. And he comes and he stops the churning rod. He holds it like this. Because I don't want butter now, I want your milk. So Mother Yashoda, she looks at Krishna's that sweet face, the curly hair and all this, it's coming out of the bed. So she puts her on her lap and she starts feeding her milk. And Krishna was enjoying, she was looking at her face, at Krishna's face, like a moon, very beautiful, attractive. And in the meantime, there was some milk was boiling on the stove. Suddenly she felt the milk is coming out. It happens. If you cook in the kitchen, if you put the milk and do some other thing, when you are not attending, she will come out. The milk will come out. They are waiting when you are diverted. The moment you are diverted, they start coming up. I have several experiences like that. So what happens? So when she was attracted to Krishna, the milk starts coming up. Suddenly she realizes, she puts Krishna aside and goes to, because that milk was also for Krishna. She goes to attend that milk. And Krishna did not like it. Said, when I am there, I am there. You cannot, do this. In a cold floor she put from a nice warm lap. He landed up in a cold floor. And Yashoda is gone. So he was very unhappy. He said, he's very angry, and he takes a stone and breaks that pot. And the cream, the butter, they go here and there. So what he does, he takes some butter with his hand or the pot with him and goes to another room. He eats some and distributes some to the monkeys. And it was going on for some time. Then Yashoda, after putting out the milk, she comes back. Then she sees that the pot is broken and Krishna's small footprints are going from that spot to another room. So she follows that like a detective. And finally, she sees Krishna feeding the butter to the monkeys. And the monkeys saw Yashoda. They immediately got alerted. They ran away from here and there. Then Krishna understood he is in danger. And he runs. So this is how Yashoda is actually, you see the picture on the altar. So they're running behind Krishna. He's running behind a small picture with the garland. Yashoda is running behind Krishna, and the whole description is given in how she's churning the butter, how she's running behind Krishna, how she's wearing flowers, and the flowers are falling. And some acharyas explain the flowers are debating. I should be with Krishna or I should be with Yashoda. Some flowers says no, Yashoda should not leave Krishna. So they say no, the milk was important also, she should leave Krishna. They're debating. So those who are with Krishna, they're staying in the hair of Yashoda so that she feels heavy and cannot run faster. The flowers contribute to help Krishna by staying with Yashoda. Some others, they say, no, we don't want to, Krishna is wrong. So they fall off from the hair so that she can run faster. So like that the acharyas explain. Anyway, Sukadeva Goswami, he describes very beautifully. If you read those pastimes in the Bhagavatam, 10th canto, I think chapter 9, 8 or 9. So if you study those verses, you will see how precisely he explains, describes Mother Yashoda, her mood, her features, a mother at its best, basically. So Prabhupada explains that if we want to serve Krishna like a mother, in the mood of mother, then we should follow the footsteps of Yashoda. But we cannot become Yashoda because she is the best. So that competitive thing, no? Competitive attitude is good in some area, but not good in some areas, especially in this perspective. Why is it so? Because there is no envy. There is no envy. There is only appreciation. That how she is doing so nicely. And when we appreciate without envy something, we'll develop that nature in a way that will enhance that service of Yashoda to Krishna better. Right? I mean, if you see, the devotees who assist Mother Yashoda, when they appreciate, then competing. If they appreciate, then they can help her better, right? They can actually assist her better. But if they compete, they cannot assist better because they want to be her or to better than her. So they cannot assist. And because they cannot be Yashoda, because Krishna has accepted Mother Yashoda as mother only, right? They cannot take that position. So therefore, it will always be a mismatch. It will always be problematic. So therefore, in Vrindavan, especially, we understand this mode of assisting. So Prabhupada says we should follow the footsteps. In another place, like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada also says that it is only by the blessing of devotees we can become devotee of Krishna. Right? That is very important point actually. Because we cannot become devotee of Krishna just by becoming a devotee like that. Devotee's mercy and blessing has to be there to become his devotee. Because the devotees know how to serve him. So without their blessings, we cannot serve Krishna. So Krishna will not accept us as devotee unless we have the blessings of devotees. It's a very important point. Even to the extent Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, when he comes as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the role of devotee, because he wants to release that, how devotees experience that. So he says in one pastime that actually when he was a child, he was into studies and he was a scholarly person. He was defeating all kind of arguments. He defeated Kesava Kashmir. He was like top of the scholarly person. And he would challenge all the devotees like Gadadhar Pandit, who is actually Srimati Radharani, and Mukunda, all these people he would challenge to debates and defeat them again and again. And the devotees would be always attracted to him because he was Krishna himself, Gauravarna, Gauranga, and he was so attractive, so full of all the auspicious symptoms in him. So they would say, if Nimai or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu becomes a devotee, then it will be so nice. That was their desire. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu one day he says, actually, because of all of your desire and blessings, one day you will see I'll be the best devotee, he says. He was still in that pride of scholarship. He says, I'll be the best devotee. And he says, it is because of your blessings, because of your prayers. So even Lord Chaitanya, who is God himself, when he wants to become devotee, he takes the blessings of other devotees. And he teaches that. And similarly, when we want to become devotee of Krishna, we have to understand this, how to attract the mercy of Mother Yashoda, how to attract the mercy of his friends, or the pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, who actually gave their life to Krishna, right? All the great devotees, how to attract their blessings. In the pastime itself, in Damodara Lila, oh, thank God there is a clock there. When I was thinking the position has changed, how will I see the time? Then I saw on the altar. So in this pastime also, in the case of Nala, Kuvar and Manigrib, that Krishna delivers. So there Krishna says, because Narada Muni has predicted that you will see Krishna or Vasudeva, you will see me. Because Narada Muni has promised that you will be delivered by me, therefore I am delivering you. Right? So because although they are fallen, they are cursed, the trees, the two trees. Because Narada Muni has given that sanction or the blessing actually, it is a curse, it's a blessing in disguise as a curse. Therefore I am delivering you. Krishna is saying to, so without devotee's mercy, we cannot become Krishna's devotee. We cannot become Krishna's, we cannot enter that pastime where all these things are exchanged so nicely. So therefore it is explained also the Vaishnava aparad is very dangerous. In chanting of holy names, that if we commit offense to devotees, then it will be very difficult to chant Hare Krishna. That is a first offense. And it is so difficult to overcome that first offense. It's difficult because we have conditionings and we are not pure yet, right? So that thing happens. And as long as offenses are there, we don't get full blessings of devotees, right? And if we don't get full blessing of devotees, we don't experience Krishna consciousness to the best. Like in the beginning, I started by saying how we don't grow. And we don't grow, we don't experience the mercy of Krishna. So anyway, the Yashoda is running behind Krishna to capture him, to punish him, to the desire to punish him also, because he broke it. And the Acharyas explain, Srila Prabhupada also explains how the yogis, there is a slok in Brahma Samhita, Panthastu Koti Satabastar Sampragamyo Vayurathapi Manasa Muni Pungavanam. Muni Pungavana means, Muni means the thinkers, they have great mind, great thinkers. Muni Pungavana means expert. Not just Muni, they are the best of the Munis, and they are really expert, and we can't even think how capable they are. Because nowadays, whatever knowledge we cultivate, it is coming out of mode of passion. Just to divert you a little bit from the main topic. Like I spoke about my math story. It is a passion. It's a passion. I want to know, I want to understand. Let me solve these problems. It's a passion. All the Western education based on mode of passion. The products are also mode of passion. Imagine a mature brain in mode of goodness. Huh? The thought, the education, the depth, the thought process, the Muni that was speaking about, that they are the best in mode of goodness. And their knowledge is something different flavor. It's flavored with mode of goodness, not mode of passion or ignorance. It's not destructive, it is constructive. Therefore, you may not see a lot of physical development in the yoga society or the Vedic society, where people have a lot of mode of goodness activities. You may not see a lot of product that is growing passionately. It's not that they're not knowledgeable. If you look at ancient Indian history, world history also, people are living frugally. They would just take as much as the nature offers. Yes, house, Mataji is here, living simple life in Gosala. I went to their farm, me and Hanspriya, we went one time. Very simple, very simple house, Gosala, cows. It's a different experience. I think all of you should try to go sometime. Now it is more rooms are there, right? Yeah. But they would build beautiful temples for Krishna. Look at the Jagannath Puri temple is still there, like 1,000 years old almost. Can you imagine? There was no cranes, only bullock carts and elephants. They would move big stones. They would bring that. They would cut them. And it was right now the roads have come up, things have come, but it was actually all sand. It was on the beach of the Jagannath, that ocean, Bay of Bengal. They built a huge temple. It's still there. But they all lived in, if you look at the photos of even 100 years back photos, all thatched house around Jagannath Puri. And the Brahmanas living very simple. But the temple is huge. They had the ability to do things. So, the Munis were very expert in that mode of knowledge. And they're trying to approach Krishna, but they're not able to reach. Panthastu Koti, they're traveling millions and millions of miles. Prabhupada says light years in some translation. Panthastu kodi satavastara samparagamyo. They're traveling. Vayu rathapi manaso manipungama. Vayu means they can go higher the speed of Vayu. Vayu means not just air. Sometimes the cyclone comes very dangerous. But this Vayu refers to, like prana, we have prana, 6 types of prana in our body flowing. The yogis, they take this Vayu or prana, air, and they can travel. They can travel from here to another planet, just like that, using that air, pranic air. They can go very fast. And they'll be here like some, like my Guru Maharaj, Rana Swami Maharaj, he explains, he made some yogis like that. They would come out of air like this. It's just appear. It's a true story. He explains. In Vrindavan there is this personality was there. I forgot the name, I'm sorry. But it's okay. The point is, they appear. Prabhupada says in Kumbh Mela, the yogis would appear for the Kumbh, that because the trains are all rushed and the flights are all jammed. How they come, all these people? They come just like that. Many of them. They appear there for the right moment to take bath. Anyway, so they can travel very fast, but Brahmaji is speaking in this Brahma Samhita verse. He says, Sopyastra prapada api, what is that line? Avichinta tattva. Prapada, I was hearing Gopi Parandhan Prabhu, who actually helps to translate 10th, 11th, 12th canto. He's no more with us. Very great personality. Very humble, scholarly person, but very humble. He was saying that even they cannot approach the backside of Krishna's lotus feet. Prapada refers to the backside of feet. They can't even approach after so much of mode of goodness and so much of knowledge, so much of thinking, so much of expertise to travel. They cannot reach Krishna's. But then another verse, Krishna says, Advaitam achyutam anadi manantarupam adyam puranam purusham navayovanam cha vedesu dullavam adullavam atma bhakto. Dullav is very dullav, very difficult to get. Like a diamond is dullav. Why? Because you can't buy. Very expensive. $10,000, $20,000, just one small piece of stone. Dullav. Not everybody can buy. Right? So for yogis and all these people, it is very difficult to durlava. Krishna is very difficult. But adurlavam atma bhakta. But those who become his devotees, his own devotees, atma devotee. Like Krishna says to Arjun, I am telling you this Bhagavad Gita knowledge because you are my friend and devotee. Right? There is a sloka in Prabhuji just left. He is my sloka bank. For some service he must have gone. That Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter, he says, I am speaking this knowledge to you because you are my friend and devotee. Mataji, what is that sloka? Bhakto sime sakha cheti rahasyam etad uttamam. That rahasya, the mystery of Gita knowledge will unfold to you, and I am explaining to you because you are my devotee and friend. Not just friend, devotee and friend. Bhakto sime sakha cheti. Your bhakta and sakha, friend. So therefore, a relationship should be there as a sakha or as like Hanumanji's servant. Right? He takes pride in Ram Dut. Right? He takes that pride. Hare Krishna. So, Bhakto Sime Sakha Cheti, there has to be a relationship, and best relation. Everybody is serving Krishna, everybody is servant in one sense, but taking that servant relationship, servant-master relationship is very quick. We can easily accept that, right? And devotion. Two things has to be combined so that we can understand Krishna. Bhakto Sime Sakha Cheti, Rahasyata Mutanam. So therefore, Adurlabham Atma Bhakto. Adurlabham means if we become devotee of Krishna, then achieving Krishna is not difficult at all. And therefore, the Acharyas explains very emphatically how the path of bhakti is so essential for people like us who are ignorant, who wants to advance, who want to know that the path of bhakti is very, very crucial and critical. Because if we left it even Who likes to be struggle in the world, right? We want, like, now IT industry is what? You work the same amount of work you do, but you make a lot of money, right? Others also working. I'm also working, for example. But I don't make that kind of money. So the thing is, still, if you work hard and you get something good, that is good. No problem. But the problem is, in spiritual path, we take yoga, jnana, all these things, do a lot of hard work. Munipungavanam, and all these things. But we not even approach Krishna's lotus feet. What is the point? What is the point? So therefore Acharya says, follow devotees' footsteps and you'll experience Krishna better. You'll achieve the goal better. There'll be more success. And it is nothing wrong to expect success in our endeavors. Right? We all want success in our endeavors, right? So wherever we can meet with success, that path we should take up. And what is this path of bhakti? It is very simple. You hear about Krishna, how Krishna ran away, and Yashoda is actually now chasing. She's going to catch him. She's going to catch him. And finally, she actually captures Krishna. All the yogis, they're not able to approach the backside of Krishna's feet. But here Yashoda actually captures, holds his hand. And then atanka. There is terror in Krishna's eyes, fear that now mother has captured me. She has understood that I have committed a crime. Now I'll be punished and she may not love me anymore. All this kind of fear are there. That's what, when we got in crime and we get caught. So a lot of different thought comes. So that Krishna as a child, different thought is displaying. And he was actually panicked. He thought my position is now gone. But Yashoda captures and she says, this is not right. I have to make you, So this is the what, other process, we see God as a supreme, powerful, all these things. But Mother Yashoda, out of her complete affection for Krishna, she sees that this child needs my attention. This child needs my love. And I should make him right, correct him. Therefore she says, okay, I'll bind you. And she says, this mortar was culprit with you. Because he was sitting on the mortar distributing. And then with the rope, start tying Krishna. Now again, Krishna is unlimited. We cannot bind him in any way. Right? He's unlimited. There is no Adi, there is no Anta. Like it's in the Vishwarup form, Arjuna sees that Vishwarup of Krishna is there is no beginning, there is no end. There is a sloka where Krishna explains that for devotees, for Yashoda, Bhaktyamam abhijananti. Prabhu, can you please complete that sloka? Yavan tattvata. Last line is Visante tad anantaram. Visante tad anantaram. Because they enter spiritual world. I usually take the key points. So Visante tad anantaram means Visada means enters, tad anantaram. And antara means what? Intervals. Like, there is an interruption. In Krishna's pastimes, in Vrindavan, it doesn't end. It doesn't end from the morning till the night. It doesn't end actually. It goes on. It's like Nitya Lila, they say. It goes on and on. And everybody is experiencing the flavor of the devotion. Every day Krishna goes with cows. Yeah, there is no interruptions. Like, even if, like I was giving the example of movie, it's the beginning, it's the end. Okay, once it's end, over. Or it's a World Cup match, for example, the soccer. Okay, it comes and goes. Then once over, it's over. Antara, there is an interruption. There is a gap for 4 years, 5 years, whatever. But here, there is anantara, means there is no antara. that Leela, Visante, we can enter, provided Bhaktya Mama Vijant. Krishna says, you become a devotee, you have entranced to place. I want to make it really exciting for all of us. We enter to a place where there is uninterrupted exchange of love going on forever. Uninterrupted. That is the world we can enter. That is the place where we belong to actually. Visyate tad anantaram. So, here Yashoda is that devotee who is able to capture and who is able to bound that personality who is unbounded by anything. He is unlimited. Because in the Vishwarupa, Arjuna explains there is no beginning. So how will you tie something there is no beginning? You have to measure something, right? And that pastime happens in such a nice way, in the same spirit. She is trying to bind, but she is not able to bind. She takes the rope, goes around, it falls 2 fingers short. Then she ties another rope, comes around, and again 2 fingers short. She goes on and on, then she also, some Acharya says, why she did not stop? Because she wanted to know how long is Krishna's waist, she wanted to measure. And some say, okay, she says, I should not stop because I have to discipline him. I have to do that, my job, tying him. And then everybody brings more ropes from different houses, different gopis. They watch it, they smile. Yashoda is perspiring literally. The flowers are falling off. Then it is said, Srimati Radharani, she comes from Barsana, hearing this story. She was a small child that time. Krishna was small. Then she offers her rubber knife. Those days rubber was not that, the ribbon that she was tying her hair. She opens it because she wanted to help, like assisting Mother Yashoda, I was saying. They want to help Yashoda. So she also gives. When she gives, Krishna says, I have no choice but to get bound now. Also, he wants to reciprocate with Mother Yashoda's love. He wanted to get bound. So then, finally, Mother Yashoda ties him. He agrees to be tied. Because he's God. We should not forget that person. Namami Ishwaram. He is Ishwar. Namami Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam. He is not ordinary personality. He is supreme personality of Godhead. Ishwaram. That is where the bhajan that Satyabrat Muni, he writes that pastime, Namami Ishwaram, he is Ishwara. And Yashoda binding Ishwara is glory of Mother Yashoda as a devotee. And when she ties him, then they say, okay, the job is done. They went to their respective services. And then Krishna looks at those 2 trees. Yeah? The tree standing in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. Long time. Narada Muni said, you will become trees, because they were intoxicated with lust. They were playing in a swimming pool type place. Mandakini, actually Mother Ganga. Ganga river, they were having, beverages, that is, heavenly beverages. I don't know whether they should be compared to that they drink here. But they were surrounded by ladies and they're not clothed. And Narada Muni just appears. And Narada Muni, these 2 brothers, they say, why he came here? He's a yogi, he's a sadhu, he should go his way. However, he came our way. That was a complaint by them actually. It is not proper for Narada Muni to come there. That was their complaint. But the thing is, a sadhu, like Prabhupada said, they don't need a passport or visa. They can go anywhere they like. And wherever they go, it's a blessing. Like I was in Bali many years back. And you will see there are roads that says Chatus Kumar Chowk and the crossroads. The Char Kumar are standing. But driver doesn't know who are Chatus Kumar. Like Sanak Sanatan San, we know the Chatus Kumar. They don't know. Because the time has passed and people have come, rules have changed, kingdom have changed. And now only some semblance, they say, right? Semblances are there. There is no understanding about Vedic thing. And the rulers are also in Islam followers. There are streets in Bangkok, Ram 1, Ram 2, Ram 3. Their airline is Garuda airline, right? And many people don't know who they are representing. So I was there, and I saw all these things. I'm sorry, I've lost the connection again. I'm getting old. So yes, where I was before, two trees, and the Nalkumara, they were intoxicated, right? Uh, so now, yeah, I was trying to say, a sage can go anywhere they like. So I was there. I was thinking why it was all lost in those places, because no sadhus were there, no sadhus visiting there. Prabhupada is the only personality who actually stepped out of India and went to so many places like this. And there is now big temple in Bali, Hare Krishna temple. You go to Australia, you go anywhere. Even today, many sampradaya sadhus, they say don't cross the seas because you should not go. Living the Punya Bhumi, Bharata Bhumi. I don't know how Punya it is now. With all Bollywood, Mollywood, Tollywood and all these things. Anyway, but the point is, those are the tirthas nowadays, modern India. But the thing is, yeah, it is a land of all the pastimes of the Lord, so it's a very pure place in that sense. But actually, Prabhupada walked out. He stepped into the land where things were actually spiritually dead. Literally. There's no understanding. He actually stepped, and because he left his lotus feet print in many places, there is some sanity in the world, thanks to his, his compassion. So anyway, Yashoda, the Nalakamar Manigrave, they were complaining why Nadaman is there, but actually he said, what nonsense, you want to be like trees, so you become trees. Okay. And he said, you will be trees for 100 celestial years, the years of demigods. Like our 6 month is their half day. Right? That Krishna says in Gita, that equation is there. So, because now the Chaturmas is going on, the demigods are actually sleeping. Their night time is going on. Therefore, no auspicious activities performed like Griha Pravesh or marriages and those things we don't do. Because they're sleeping, who's going to give the blessings? They're sleeping, no blessings. No blessing means havoc. And there is a fear. Because we want all these blessings, protections, right? Insurance. So they said 100 celestial years they'll be like trees. But where? In Vrindavan. That is the blessing part. Like if we, like Prabhupada says, don't stay in Vrindavan long because, you may commit offenses or things like that. Better stay a few days, practice intensely and come back. Because if somebody commits a crime in outside, it's okay. But if the policeman commits crime in the jail, that is more dangerous, right? So the place where offense is committed is also, therefore, Vrindavan is a very pure place. So little offense also will have a very, strong reaction. So better not to stay. But they were blessed to stay there for 100 celestial years. That was their glory. That was the blessing part in the curse, within the curse. So it was 100 years. But where? In Vrindavan. Where? In the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. Of course, Nanda Maharaj came later, because 100 celestial is a long time. But they're waiting there. In the land of Brajabhumi is Brajabhumi. Whether even Krishna, in one sense, he left, but he has not left. One sense he has left, but you enter Brajabhumi, you feel different. Like those who have gone to Vrindavan. How many of you have gone to Vrindavan? Please raise your hands. Those who have not, please visit. Please visit before it gets too crowded. Every year crowd is increasing. I went in 1998. It was so nice, so peaceful, blissful, and I can't describe. Even today, Vrindavan is Vrindavan. No matter what. It's Vrindavan. You like it, you love it. But the crowd, sometimes the external things, chokes you up in one sense. it prevents you to experience the Vrindavan the way it is. Anyway, so please visit as soon as possible. Where every year I'm telling you, the crowds are increasing, the number of rickshaw is increasing, the number of people are increasing. So please make a tour. In a quiet time is better. Spend some quality time. Karthik month is the best, but the crowd is so much nowadays. Karthik is the best in Vrindavan. Anyway, so they stayed in courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. They watched all Krishna's pastimes till that point, right? And because they're celestial, they're for demigods, they had some kind of consciousness in them. It's not that they're just trees. And then Krishna decides to liberate them from that tree. So he goes between the trees and the water, it stocks. And Krishna pulls. He pulls. And two huge trees, those Arjun trees, this cyclone that comes in US, big cyclone, they cannot topple them. They're very strongly rooted trees. So there is no rain, no shine. Shine was there, but no cyclone. Suddenly the two trees falls. It creates a huge impact. And everybody comes running, especially to see if Krishna is safe or not. When anything happens, everybody's first concern, is Krishna safe? You're still baby. So they all come running, then they see Krishna, then Nanda Maharaj comes and brings Krishna as if rescuing him out of the place, but actually he is the one who pulled all these two trees. Then these two personalities, they come out of the tree, they offer prayers, they thank Narada Muni, they thank Krishna, and they go. They become devotees from that point onwards. Very purified. Super excellent, experience in their life. They're blessed, they're happy. They went back to their services. The Krishna's friends, some of them, they saw it. So when everybody asked what happened, they said, okay, the Krishna pulled, the tree fell, and two people came. Krishna talked to them and they left. But they're not willing to accept because they're small kids. They're just how this fell down. There's no wind, nothing. Anyway, so then Nanda Maharaj, he rescues Krishna, and Krishna refuses to go back to Yashoda because she's the one who tried me. I don't want to go to her. So that kind of pastime also happens. Then Yashoda Mai becomes very, worried. She cries. Krishna is not willing to come to me. And then finally Krishna comes to her lap and she is happy. So this is how the pastime ends. Yeah, but I'm trying to explain how within the pastimes, so much of philosophy, so much of demonstration of love and affection is actually explained here. So with your permission, I'll stop here. We have 10 minutes. Any questions, comments, or addition to this pastimes that you think I should have spoke but I have not touched upon, or you yourself want to explain those aspects? Welcome. Prabhu, you can start. 10 minutes. Microphone, please. Koladev Prabhu is my inspiration because he studies a lot, he shares a lot, and that helps me to speak.
Thank you, Prabhu, for reintroducing the pastimes with your realization, with your relishment. I think that is the key part. Even the pastime, many of us are familiar with it and we sing it on a daily basis during the Damodara month. But the relishment of the devotee, when he speaks from the heart, that is a different test. And that also we see in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. That with Gadadhar Pandit, he only relished two pastimes on a regular basis, Dhruva Charit and Prahlad Charit. It's not that, Gadadhar Pandit was not scholarly or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had lack of understanding of other pastimes, but they relished it again and again, and they were in complete bliss. So it was very, very powerful experience, Prabhu. Especially you connected some dots with your own experience and inspired us to actually go deep into the pastime. So thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Mataji, you want to say something? We have time. Thank you for coming.
No, thank you so much. I'm so truant these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Prabhu, like you said in the beginning, that same sentiments as Kuldeep Pran Prabhu, that you brought so many fine nuances to the Katha. For example, for Nal Kuber and Manigri, when they were the ones who didn't want Narad Muni to come there, they were objecting to that, and then you nicely tied what's happening in Bali and the mercy of Prabhupada. So that brought a very nice flavor to the whole Katha.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm a
Thank you.
cook.
You are a good cook. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I really appreciate you really going through the pastime so methodically, but like they're saying, adding your personal tinges. And I was just thinking when you were speaking about, that it's only Mother Yashoda's love. And I was wondering, when we're doing our devotional service, when we're doing anything, right, there can be some other motivations besides this love of Krishna. Mm-hmm. But I was wondering if you could speak about what it feels like to practice devotional service in this consciousness that Mother Yashoda had of love, because at that moment, then she's able to bind his belly. So if you can just speak a little more about...
You can.
I would like for you to speak a little more about, sometimes we have so many other motivations, but...
Yeah, that's the thing in this material world. Because so much conditionings are there because you grew up. I want to study, I want to do this, I want to do that, and all this whole training, the samskaras that we get from child to the point, is about how we become successful in our own ways, right? And that is so strong, it will always slip into our devotional service, no matter what. It does, to be honest. I was living as a brahmacharya, as a monk for 20 years. So when we actually switch off, and Raman Sakha Prabhu is now in that spirit, kind of switch off and focus, then it works for some time. But then the samskaras, they always keeps coming back. It keeps coming back, depending on who we are. Some people will not come, but some people it will come. Depending on who you are, what our background, what our thoughts, what we wanted to do in our life, all those strong impressions will have their say in our life, when we do something. But Yashoda Mai's love is pure, tingeless, like clean, pure, and Krishna is releasing that love. Well, I was saying, like Dadati Pratigranati, like in a relationship of love, there has to be, we should be able to give, and somebody should be able to accept it. If somebody is not accepting it, the relationship is not complete, there is no love. So somebody accepts means doing a favor to us. And Krishna has the ability to accept from all of us, because he loves everybody. You give a flower, he takes. What he says in Bhagavad Gita? Patram, puspam, phalam, toyam. Patra means is one leaf, not even many leaves, just one. Puspam, one leaf, one flower, or toyam, water is available. Even in desert we find water. Some water is there. He says, that's all it takes for you to experience my love, because I accept it. If somebody accepts, then you experience the love, right? So Krishna has the ability to accept tiny little bit thing too. Suppose you want to give more, like I was speaking about feeding. Suppose I give you some nice prasadam to eat. You can eat till here, right? You cannot till, then choking will be happening, right? Till here we stop. But as Govardhan, Giriraj, Krishna doesn't stop. Like Jagannath Puri, they offer every day 56 items. Jagannath doesn't stop. It goes on. He has unlimited capacity to accept also our love, and you can experience more love. And that is Yashoda Mai. She is pouring her love, and Krishna has the potency to accept all that love. And therefore the pastime is very powerful. The Vrindavan Leela pastimes are very powerful because that reciprocation is very intense, infinite love reciprocation is happening in Vrindavan. And because our unfortunate situation, because our different desires that we developed at one point of our life, because of conditioning, because of education, because of parents, friends, peers, that will keep coming back, and we have to keep switching off that. And gradually, when we actually experience that love of Krishna, then this will not appeal anymore to us. Like Prabhupada, I was hearing Prabhupada a few days back. I'll finish with this. He was in Calcutta, he was a young man, but he was already practicing Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada, our Prabhupada. And so he was on the street of Calcutta. One of his friends is a very wealthy person in the car and speaking about 1940s, 50s, like that. So he comes in the car, he says, let's go to cinema, movie, theater basically. Those days, maybe Calcutta had like one or two theaters, you know. He invites Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, no, I'm not interested, I'm okay. Then he drags him, he says, Prabhupada, he took me to the point of theater, but I did not go inside. Then he says, why? Because I have no interest. I just to reciprocate his love, I accepted right till then I came back because I don't have any interest. I am already releasing whatever I have. So once you start releasing Krishna consciousness, those things will not appeal to us anymore. I mean, they'll reduce their charm on us, and that will benefit us. So sometimes people see it as a negativity. They say, "Oh, we'll lose our other interest," but it's for a betterment. Last questions.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Prabhu. That was a nice.
Yes, thank you. It's already 1 minute, Prabhu. I'll try to be brief.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Just a reflection, Prabhu. Your experience in Indonesia that you are sharing, right? It's very inspiring. Even though the place was there, the names were there, but because of the lack of the presence of a pure devotee, the place and people suffer. They're eagerly waiting for the spiritual vibration there.
Yeah.
So thanks for sharing that.
So like big hospital without good doctors. The big temples, big places, big structures, but no good pure devotees. Then nobody will be attracted. Nobody will learn anything. So therefore, Prabhupada's mercy that we are still having this kind of classes. We're discussing Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, weekly basis. Fantastic education center, Hare Krishna temples. Apart from prasadam that we offer to everybody, the real part is the education that way Prabhupada's mercy is coming through. Thank you very much. Thank you especially for reciting and accepting whatever I'm offering. And I feel honored and privileged. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Radha Madan Mohan ji ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna. So next we're going to have the Aarti. So we're going to have devotees who are going to be leading the Damodara. Come sit in the front. And you can go a little bit back. And you be seated, just so you can face towards the Lordships. Hare Krishna. And you can feel free to sit in the carpet if you like. And then offering ghee lamp, please form a line and come behind through the French door and behind the bench here. Hare Krishna. Oh yes. Please pay your obeisances on the outside area, not here where the stanchions are. Hare Krishna. Rati Brother, are you here?
Sri Sri Radha Damodara ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki. Namami Swaram Sachi Ananda Rupa Vasantanam Gokule Vrajamanam Namami Swaram Sachi Ananda Rupa Vasantanam Gokule Vrajamanam Namaste, Narasimhaya. Namaste, Narasimhaya.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. We would like to welcome everybody on this wonderful Karthik Sunday Feast Festival program. Thank you for joining us. We would like to thank our speaker, His Grace Radha Vallabh Prabhu, for giving us the Sunday Feast class. So we can give a round of applause for him. Then we would like to thank Rati Prada for leading us into Damodara Ashtakam prayers and then beautiful kirtan. Thank you. Would also like to thank our broadcast team being led by Charu Nimai Prabhu. Haribo. And there are many devotees who are watching us online. So we would like to welcome them also. Thank you for joining us online. Hare Krishna. So is there anybody visiting us for the first time? Wonderful. Anybody visiting us first time? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. So we welcome the first timers and we hope that you keep visiting us again and again. Thank you for visiting us, and if you have any question, feel free to reach out to me. And let us all chant together one Maha Mantra to bring auspiciousness in the lives of all these first timers. Everybody together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Do we have any sponsorships today? Hari Bol. Okay, so I would like to invite Kuladeep Prabhu. Sorry, I forgot the name. Yeah, Kula Pradeepa Prabhu to come over and make some announcements. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. I wanted to just take a moment to invite everyone for next Sunday, starting at 11. There'll be a kirtan with my wife and the youth of ISKCON Silicon Valley. They'll have a big kirtan in the historic Stanford Memorial Church. The first time there has ever been kirtan at the Memorial Church. And I wanted to be a showcase for this wonderful community. I actually invited Vaisheshika Prabhu to speak, but he said he'd be away for Karthik. But it will be a wonderful event. If anybody has any children, most of the children are 12 and above. But if any other of the youth of the community would like to be a part, please reach out to me or Janavi or Mother Rasheshwara Leela. And please, everyone's welcome. There's like a registration, but there is no registration. The church fits 1,500 people, so please come, and it'll be before the feast next week. So, and also Shubh Vilas Prabhu will be speaking here next week, I think, right? So it'll be a great day if you have some kirtan in the morning and great katha in the evening. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Haribo.
Prabhu has been being very humble. His wife, Janvi Harrison, who has been a Grammy Award winner. So please, you do enjoy this kirtan. It's an amazing concert. And if you miss out, you're going to miss a lot. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for making that wonderful announcement. I saw the email, but forgot to mention it. Okay, so now we will have a cook's announcement by Mitra.
I'm just going to announce the cooks that helped make the prashadam today. The lead cook was Swarna Gopika Devi Dasi and... Huh? Okay. Siddha Katha Das. And then the helpers were Saila Mataji, Ajit Arjun Das, Smita Mataji, Anil Prabhu, Vasuprada Mataji, Pranagopika Mataji, Neha Mataji, Vamsidhar Gopal Das, Mitra, Mansi, Remuna, and Janavi.
Thank you, Mitra. So now Prasadam prayers will be led by, in unison, right? By Annapayani Bhakti. Hare Krishna.
Please come take prashadam. Hare Krishna.